Let's go.
Let's jam.
How's everybody doing today? Welcome.
Oh, I got to keep my Palpatine hands out so I can keep some dignity.
What is the saying? What is it? Hello, chums.
Hello, chums.
Hi, chums.
Hi, chums.
Chums.
Hello.
Chums.
Hello, everyone.
They're not everyone, Jim. They're chums.
Chums, wrong channel. We're chums.
Every chums.
Hello,
Every
chums.
You guys are chums.
Okay. Cool.
What's the plural of chum?
Chum.
Is it chums?
Chums.
Yeah.
Chums.
Old chumsleys.
Chum?
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Chumsy.
chum is the singular and chums is the plural.
Where's my phone?
Come on. I mean, duh.
Potato,
I'm just kidding.
potatoes.
I'm totally kidding. Welcome, everyone. Here we are in Greyhawk Land, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought we were already in Aya's.
This is a little late because it took me a second to find
Or not
it.
Aya's, fuck.
We're
White
actually
Plume.
slightly earlier than usual. By a few minutes.
We're actually at
Okay.
Castle Murkos.
The campaign is Greyhawk. The location is Castle Mokos in the Shieldlands. My apologies. With 5 campaigns, I'm always like Greyhawk, comma.
Yeah, we're just south of Berlin. Yep. It's actually North Korea,
Listen,
but we're gonna
I
have
don't
fun
know
with this.
where
We're in
we
the
are,
demilitarized zone.
clearly.
We're south of the Great Effluvial Swamp.
Yuck.
Sydney.
Delicious. Yes,
In
Sydney.
Sydney? P42 Wallaby Way.
Yes.
Sydney.
It's a real place.
I wanted to actually be a dentist's office there too. I really want that to be like.
Is there a dentist office there?
Let's
No,
Google
not
it.
even one.
I don't even know if it's a real place.
It's probably the most Googled place in Australia.
Probably.
It has to be. Like,
East
Wallaby
Sherman
Way.
Opera House.
Bailey, I think you muted.
Oh, Lord.
I think you muted yourself,
Did I?
buddy.
No, you're good.
No, I can
I
hear.
can hear him now. Yeah.
No, he said P Sydney.
The
Opera
actual
House.
existence of 42 Wallaby Way in Sydney as portrayed in the animated film Finding Nemo is a fabrication. What?
What?
Yeah,
Swear
it's
it was
'cause
real.
the
Everything
animation
important about
teams.
Australia is fake. Damn.
We're paid actors, I
Steakhouse
swear.
isn't real. Foster's isn't real.
You guys
They
don't
don't
like
say
carry
shrimp
big
on the
ass
Barbie.
knives. It's not a
Nobody
knife.
says
That's a
shrimp on the
knife.
Barbie.
I mean,
They're prawns.
Damn.
They're prawns.
it's just deadly. It's just deadly there. All the fun shit is.
Shit,
I'm
man, not
sorry,
even
man.
the crocodile hunter hunts crocodiles. He just catches them.
And then he releases
gotta-
them.
You gotta hunt something to catch it. I'm
He
sorry.
released some of them. There's a lot still in his zoo.
No,
That's
his wife and children run that zoo.
It's still his.
Bring
Not anymore,
P. Sherman and 42 Wallaby Way to life, man. You guys need to actually find Wallaby Way and buy some land and put a fucking little hot dog stand there. And every idiot that's coming across the world that's seen Nemo will show up there and buy a hot dog.
100%.
No, just
There's actually something
fish and
called
chips, sir.
P. Sherman because
No,
Oh, yeah, you
find-
definitely gotta sell fish and chips.
You just need Wallaby Way. Yeah, fish and chips,
Yeah.
right? Wallaby. All you need is the Wallaby Way, and then you just need to figure out how to get the street
Yeah, you
address
just
that lines
name
up
it.
with the Wallaby Way.
You just name it P Sherman, and you
Just
Yeah.
go out in the middle
it
of
takes care of itself.
nowhere.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, out in the middle of nowhere, just build your own street and call it Wallaby
Build
Way.
my-
Barely, you got money in
If
for
If
acreage,
it was
right?
a legal address, I guarantee you, people that are anywhere near it would be like, "Oh my God, it's a real address. We have to go see what." And who
And
cares
it
if
could
it's
be like it could be like a big ranch, and you could have like the iron poles that come up, and like the name of the ranch could be P. Sherman,
no, that's called rock.
and the actual address would be 42 Wallaby Way.
I
but
found
you'd be like
Rock
the only
Wallaby
house-
Way. Does that count?
I love how it escalated from
Welcome
just
to
finding
D&D.
the street to owning a ranch. Shit escalated quickly.
literally said
Hi,
hot
y'all.
dog stand, you know? Like, here's the gimmick. Yeah, well, while you're here, grab a hot dog and hit the road. Thank you for your
Welcome to the D&D
$8.95.
group.
It would be
$8.95.
$16.95. It would be $16.95 in Australia.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
$16 for a hot dog in Australian money.
We can't
Hey,
compete
here you
with the
go.
bunny
Please do not
snacks.
tell Pixie. I mix up
What?
Disney and Pixar. Please don't
Pixar.
tell Disney Pixar that this store exists. I will get sued.
Why will you get sued?
They can't.
Everything's
they,
Disney
they
branded.
can't
Sure they
copyright
own it.
any of that. None of
They
that shit is
cannot.
copyright.
They cannot reverse copyright a physical address. No fucking way.
Yeah.
I don't know how it
That's why
works.
they can't like do the same.
Straight
thing.
up.
And they
Patent
can't
it-
tell you who.
patent
They can't tell
It's
you what to name
why-
your ranch.
As long as you
Why
didn't
name
call
your
it
ranch
Finding
whatever you-
Nemos, you know, call
Just
it.
don't
Call
use
it.
the word Nemo. Yeah.
Call it
Yeah.
Found a Memo.
Well, no, you could name it Nemo's because you can't copyright Nemo because Nemo is a name.
I think Nemo is actually a store that I've seen before. Store.
Yeah,
Well, it's
so-
also an
That
actual
just
name.
happened.
Uh,
I've seen before.
Well, no, it's like them trying to copyright Thor and Mjolnir. Is they can copyright their version specifically, but they
Yeah.
can't copyright the concept because it is a historical
Or the
story.
words.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or sorry, it's a
Lee Sherman
historical
Walt.
mythology.
Y'all live there, man. It's just a tourist trap waiting to happen. You make a big old pile of cash real quick, have some fun doing it. Just saying it, man.
I believe in you guys.
I believe in you. Make it happen, Captain.
You're young.
I just
you
just
have
need
time
to
ahead of you. There's
get a business loan out.
Sure.
He's-
Yeah.
I've
And
got
find a
this-
Wallaby Way, man.
Great idea, guys.
Apparently, the hard part's finding Wallaby Way.
I thought that'd be the easiest part, but no.
That's a great idea.
There's nowhere in damn Australia that there is a street called Wallaby. That's
There
not
is
I don't
a-
believe it.
It's Rock Wallaby Way,
I
and
found
believe it.
Rock Wallaby Way not too far from me.
it leads into a place called Hollow Co. Hello
Hi.
Co.
Hi.
Hi.
It's HELLOW. It's a holding
Okay.
company. I can't talk.
Yeah, it's closed.
Okay.
Temporarily.
All right.
That's in Black. This is actually not that far from me.
Yeah. Bailey's gonna walk into the bank tomorrow.
And they're
"Hey,
right
this is a
now."
great
Oh,
idea.
That's actually like it's
All
actually like
I
an hour
need
away
is,
from
like,
me.
We're gonna need a
$100,000 so I
picture
can
of you
build a
standing
road.
in front of this. Yeah, we need
In
a
front of the
picture.
street sign.
All right, I'll catch a train out. Jeez.
Go right
All
now.
right.
Down there.
So Shieldlands.
Yes.
Shieldlands.
Yes.
Castle, where we walked up like Billy Badasses because
we
we
did.
own this place.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Except those people are really mean looking.
Oh,
and-
that's right. The things came running at us. Yeah.
Well,
the six
now we have a bunch of ghouls.
ghouls
Well,
that stop
we
short.
don't. She does.
I think that's where we
Hey.
left off.
Yeah, we left off with them kind of wagging their tails at her feet, type of thing.
Just be like,
And we were talking about
"Oh."
going and having lunch.
Yeah.
Not lunch. We're going and having a meeting with some lady.
Yeliak announced her presence as the heir to and the rightful owner of Castle Mokos, the priest that seemed to be in charge of the group.
Lady
After-
Legrand.
Yes. Hey, look at him with notes.
I drew little pictures as well.
Really bad
Never
stick
make
picture with
out.
an arrow.
So yes, that's kind of was on the table. Did you guys want to make that trip up there to the fortress city of Bolarn, or did you want to say piss off? This is our turf here, or did you want to,
Oh, we
Go
gotta make
somewhere
nice
else?
with the neighbors.
or?
We gotta make nice
Or-
with the neighbors, right? Like,
Or
We need to look at
or
the neighbor's defenses.
or we
to see
turn
if
it-
we can-
or Goody polymorphs all of us into
Ah.
seals.
No, actually, I like
What-
this
what?
idea. Yes, we got to.
I
Well,
can
what if
polymorph
we-
maybe one of us.
Hold on, we're gonna walk away from this group quick for a second, not discuss this shit out loud.
1 second, please.
One moment, hold on. We've got to discuss
meeting.
this. No, I agree with Goody. We should stake out their defenses. We're in
We can,
dangerous lands.
we can
We need to know what we're up against.
play nice. We find out what they're
Dangerous people. That's
packing
what we're up against.
to see if we can justify attacking them or if we're gonna get our teeth kicked in.
Let's go justify the
they're
attack.
like, well, they might be really nice and friendly, and then we'll have neighbors.
Goody.
Harris,
Look at me.
can you look
Look
around
at
us,
me.
please, just for like 2 seconds?
Goody. Look at me. Look at me. Right here. When
Yes,
have
dear.
we ever been needing to justify doing terrible things?
we were nearly killed by a dragon. In a dream I had once, we were killed by a dragon because we weren't really thinking. So I think maybe we should start doing that. When we're about only like 15 hexes from Ayers. Whatever a hex is. I don't know what that is.
Is that like clicks? Like a amount of clicks? Is that what a hex is? Is that like an advanced term for clicks?
I'm sure they have clicked.
If I can make friends with her, and you know I can, then if she's in cahoots with Aya's, and then she's on our side, then that's going to make things better for us and for Yeliak. So we should totally, we should go.
Yeah. Okay.
Question. Something that we haven't considered. What does our girl want to do?
She was actually standing over there, kind of. I don't necessarily say. I guess you could say talking to the ghouls while you guys walked off and wandered. And she just kind of wandered up and, oh, aren't you lovely? Oh, hi, and just kind of patting them on the head, and these are kind of pretty well fed. You kind of overheard her say as you wandered off to do your little thing. So she's chatting with the ghouls and the ghoul handler and the priest while you guys wander off a little bit. They're kind of, you notice that they're not like all burry. They're kind of standing back a little bit away, kind of, yeah, cool lady. Yeah, we heard of your family. Wow. Wow, you're not supposed to be alive. Nothing, I mean, not like you're not allowed to be here, but so you guys are overhearing this as you guys kind of do your wander away. So take that for what it is.
Pretty sure if I was just
Listen, I don't know.
If a woman just stopped like 20 ghouls running at her.
Yeah, I don't know
terrifying.
what we need to do and stuff like that, but I guess whatever we end up doing, I'm down.
Don't ghouls eat people? If those are well fed, that's very scary.
Yep.
I mean, in some cultures, people eat people, Goody. It happens.
We were with the lizards.
Wait,
They were eating people.
no. Look, we're not. We're not slipping into justifying
I
eating
mean-
people because in Rome,
People. They were eating dwarves. They weren't really eating people.
What's Rome?
Oh, sorry, Goody doesn't see people.
It's
Dwarves
amazing
as
empire
people.
to the
That's
north.
what.
It's what?
It's this amazing empire to the north. You wouldn't have heard about it.
I've heard it's gonna collapse eventually. I don't know.
Pillars everywhere.
They built it in like a day. It was crazy.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
The Empire of Ayers wasn't built in a day.
Rome is
Anyways.
now. It's just to the north.
Yeah.
Who cares? We'll never go there.
I mean, if we're stepping out of character and out of canon, or within canon but out of character, there's a place called Blackmoor, almost directly north of where you guys are on the far
Oh, that's
edge.
hilarious.
It's a strange ass future tech. That was kind of the one place where Gygax let Magitech exist in the strange realm of Blackmoor, and it is represented probably about 1,000 miles north, 1,200 miles north of us.
Why is there a dust
So you nailed it with the
puddle
north
over there and Trevor running in that direction?
Isn't there like a UFO somewhere as well? Like,
Yeah.
crash?
That's about 2,500 miles to the southwest of here, but yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's like that
A
bar.
gigantic ass 500-foot diameter, 8 level times 500-foot diameter, room by room. Although one of them is this big old gigantic atrium type terrarium level. It's amazing, but I don't think modern players don't have the stamina to play through it. I mean, and I don't mean that as an insult, but when we played that's what we had, so you finished it.
You probably spent like 3 months.
Oh God. Oh yeah, it was
24/7
weekends. It was
weekend.
literally Friday night, Saturday night, half a Sunday, go home, pass out, get up, do homework. Probably one on a Wednesday night for a little while for 3 months to finish us the White Plume Mountain, not the White Plume expedition to Barrier Peaks. It was cool as shit though. But yeah, you had laser guns and microwavers and needle dart things and robot remote controls
It's
and
Halo.
fast heals. It was a fucking trip, dude. It was monstrosity of a dungeon.
Sounds like a Traver paradise.
And it took us like 4+ months or so in the lizards, so I can't wait if we ever do that.
That's not
Like I
the
said,
same thing.
I don't. Yeah, that's specific type. We're going to do this as a campaign. You know, we
Also-
founded it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, to be fair, characters now are way stronger than they would have been at that point in time as well. Like a level 10 now is like the equivalent to something much higher at that point in time, like 15 or some nonsense. Yeah. So
It's
Well,
still
back
that
then
has
too, they would start something like that with 4 characters already ready to go and probably lose most of them
yeah.
by the time
I
it was
mean,
over.
power level none was. I'm talking just the size of it.
Yeah.
I didn't say a damn thing about the difficulty. I was just purely talking about the area that you have to explore.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Because those like probably a lot of the combat would be negligible now. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Just like the pure size of it.
Well, it is an S series module, so as negligible as the combat is in Tomb of Horrors, as negligible combat will be in White Plume Mountain. As negligible as the combat's gonna not be in Lost Caverns South Canth. Yeah.
Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking shit.
I don't know what
S3
level it was
Expedition to
set
the
at.
Barrier Peaks. No, it's okay. But it's such a great idea that we'll never see play, just because it's too fucking big. It's too big. But anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. What are y'all gonna do as you wander away with the information that you gleaned, overheard her chatting with the forces of Ayaz and the priestly-looking guy who seems a little bit disturbed, a little bit, dare I say, frightened of her presence.
As he should.
But you guys have now kind of done the huddle and step, and you're alone. So continue your discussion.
Okay, yeah, I think we go. I think we got to sneak into this place, and not sneak in. Observe the place with scrutiny. Yes.
We also got to wait a couple of days for all the stuff to get dropped off, and we got to find a landing place for it.
I mean, we don't
So,
have to wait for anything.
we're gonna go have tea with them?
Well, we could just send it to be delivered here. He said it was going to take a little bit, and then we could just, while it's being delivered, go and
Yeah, we've got a
do
couple
whatever
of
we're
days
doing
to do.
with-
We might as well go meet the neighbors.
Yeah, we'll go and meet Lady Laromis.
Laromis.
It's wild.
But
We
Laromis.
keep hearing more
Something
steps.
I spent most of my time on this little drawing of the castle, to be honest.
Okay.
So something I'm really worried about is, you know, what are these lot going to do when they see people from Greyhawk coming in, and that they're going to start shooting shit off? They ain't going to be friendly about it.
Damien, I don't know about
How
you.
are
Do
they
you have a
gonna know?
giant flag that says I'm from Greyhawk on it that you like to fly when we have big walks?
I don't know, but I'm sure the Circle of Eight definitely wears certain things to signify they're the Circle of Eight.
Yeah,
Dude,
but that doesn't
what
necessarily
are
mean
we
that
wearing?
they're only Greyhawk.
I don't have a big sign on my chest that says I'm currently on a mission from Bigsby.
There's a piece of paper on your back.
Shit.
It just says kick me.
It says kick me as he rips it off of you.
Morgan put it there.
He just put that on there.
Oh shit.
Did it during the teleport somehow.
I really think it's gonna be fine. They wouldn't invite us over if they didn't want to meet us and be nice, right? I mean, it'll be fine.
That is not necessarily true. People invite people
Invite them
over all
over.
the time to eat them.
Are you really obsessed with this cannibalism idea at the moment, aren't you?
No, I was thinking of witches.
2 points.
Or are you thinking of witches?
Hansel and Gretel.
Who's that? I don't know these people.
Some guys I grew up with. It doesn't matter. They're dead.
Did they get
They got
eaten by a
out.
witch or something?
They did.
About it.
They got out, but then they went back. They were like, "Look at this witch," and she grabbed him again. She didn't waste any time. Second time. Crazy.
Well, that doesn't
That's,
sound
they
very
were already
smart.
fat,
I mean,
yeah.
if you finally get away
It
from
doesn't
the
sound
and you go back,
real.
that's
Well,
just...
why would you go back?
To be honest,
Only
they
one shame on you.
They tried to
twice.
follow some fucking breadcrumbs back to town. It didn't. Yeah, it's kind of anyway.
In the forest, they
Leoliac
put
walks up and says,
breadcrumbs
"Hey,
on the
guys."
forest?
Hey,
I'm gonna head up to that castle because they said
Oh,
that the
yeah,
boss
yeah.
knows a lot about my family and knows a lot about this place.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you guys want to hang out here and check the place out, or if you guys want to come with us, it's up to you. I'm not, I mean, if they ask you if any of the Ayaz guys come up, I'm sorry, I said that you're my hired help, and so just say, oh, we work for Iliac, and they should leave you alone. But I'm gonna head. I'm gonna head up there because they said that my family was famous and blah blah blah, and I
Morgan's
haven't heard
gonna.
anything about them. So
I'm
y'all,
absolutely gonna follow you,
make
hun.
yourselves at home if you want here, but I'm
Is it
going.
okay if we come with you?
Oh yeah, I mean you're my hired help. If you guys want to go, I'll say, carry my luggage, slaves, and then we're
Shit.
going.
Yes,
Lucky you
ma'am.
didn't bring much. All right.
Um,
What luggage
Or
do
you
you
can
want me
stay
to
here.
carry?
She says, I'm just kidding. Like, everyone's already carrying shit. I just told them that you guys were my hired help.
Isn't all of her luggage getting delivered tomorrow?
I could be your.
He's just
I could be
carrying traveling clothes and traveling gear like you guys are. So yeah.
I mean,
all 5 of us are
technically
your
that's
handmaidens.
true. We are technically hired help, but at the same time, they're also helping because they're friends. So I don't see.
Well, it seemed like these people would be a little bit more receptive to a necromancer that doesn't
Oh,
have friends but
absolutely.
has hired help. So we're gonna go with
Yeah,
that for
no.
now.
Yeah, no. Very
He
fair.
kind of smiles and
I could
turns
be
and
your
starts walking
royal.
away.
I could be your royal stick gatherer. I'm really good at that.
Ah,
Well, y'all have fun. Keep talking about
So-
Hansel and Gretel. I'm gonna go that way, and Morgan's gonna follow
Well, yeah.
Iliad.
Are we all going?
yeah.
Yep,
Yep.
I think
I
we're all
don't-
going.
Oh, well,
You said you guys have fun and started walking away, and we all followed you.
well, hold on. Damien does have a point. We do have to mark off a point and tell them where it is. I don't think we have to be here in order to like get the items, but like, yeah, we can. We gotta at least mark off a place for them.
Can you just don't you just
How
have
do
to
we
call
mark?
them real
How do
quick?
we mark a place for them?
I don't know. Tell them. Make a giant X. I don't know.
Does
Launch
your
of a
little thing in your
fireball.
does your earring work with him? Can you
No.
contact?
It-
Do we have
it-
We had
Anyway.
some way to communicate with them, didn't we?
Morgan.
Yeah, as I point at Morgan, who was walking off.
Old
okay.
Morphin time over there can communicate with him.
Wait, sorry, I fucked that up. Malachi! Marvin!
Keeps walking.
Marvin!
Morgan!
Just keep
Margarita!
And then I run up to Morgan and I run like
Mitch.
all the way up the back of his leg up onto his shoulder. I was like, right in his
Oh
ear.
God,
Morgan!
what?
I thought you didn't hear me, so I thought I'd get closer. I was yelling. Did you
Yeah,
not hear me yelling at Morgan, Morgan, Morgan?
I was kind of ignoring you, because I
Hey, the
figured
color
you
seems
were
to
just
be
wanting
working
to show
better
me
today.
something that was like kind of looking cool, but kind of maybe dead.
Oh no. Did you want me to? I can start.
I would.
But anyway, so we gotta let them know where to bring Yeliak's stuff. Do you have the thing to tell the guy where to go?
Let me
They
check
said
my
you
spell.
did.
Let me check my spell slots real fast.
Yeah, level 3 sending. You did it the other day, like 2 days ago when we landed here.
Yes, no, I need to make sure I have the slots because I don't remember how
We
many.
long rested.
I was
You
gonna say, yeah,
should
we've
have.
long
Oh, we
rested
did?
since then, yeah.
Yeah, we've been here
Oh.
for like 2 days. You should have.
Yeah,
all
no,
of the
absolutely, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if you could just
I mean, when we find a spot, sure. I can give them a description of the area and whatnot, and
Castle.
I
The
mean,
giant
yes,
X on
but
the
like,
ground.
The roof.
it'd be a
There
good
is
spot
no
to find
roof.
specifics.
Yeah, the roof that's
Yes, the
collapsed
roof.
in. Just drop it straight through.
There's a few sections of the second story floorboards that are up, but most of it has been collapsed and burned in upon itself. This is the
Hey.
lower level. The walls are anywhere between 15 and 25 feet tall, all kind of crumbled up and broken. You could tell it was a 2-story keep with a nice roof at one point, but at this, from the outside, even looking in, you can.
It's only a little bit of a fixer-upper.
This is gonna take a lot of masonry
Hey, Iliac,
lot.
do you want these things outside the castle walls, inside the castle walls, like?
I mean, I would just tell if you're delivering him a message, just tell him to put it inside and she points, through the opening in the gate inside that main room there. It'll either be us or these bad guys, and if they mess with my stuff, I'll know it.
Ah,
Should I
yes,
put
leave
like
it
a
in the
marker
foyer.
down? Well, Hang on one sec.
Courtyard.
See.
First room on the left in the northeast corner. She kind of sneers.
Morgan will do the finger thing and stuff like that for the sending and stuff like that. And repeat specifically, drop off in the courtyard,
Dee-dong, dee-dong.
part on the left, so on and so forth.
Framer's going to believe it's a walkie-talkie of frequency. That's how it works.
Understood.
Despite there being absolutely nothing there whatsoever.
Yeah.
Castle secured. Understood. Will
Like
deliver.
everything doesn't move in
ASAP.
waves. Ooh.
I mean, I'm not a druid. I don't know what you're talking about. Waves.
Not like, well, I guess kind of like the ocean. Yeah.
We used to have a druid.
Did y'all have a druid? I thought your friend was a wizard.
It was close enough.
He was a wizard guy.
I'm patting Goody on the back.
I mean,
know
she
you
probably
missed them.
still is a wizard, hopefully. Not a lizard, a wizard.
Intro screen.
Just confused the shit
So-
out of everyone.
I want you guys to know that the first time I ever saw that was on Phil's channel, and I legitimately thought that was Phil.
It looked like Phil.
Yeah.
Kind of does.
I did. I heard this. It was like, oh wow, that's a weird thing. I thought that was like his "Be Right Back" screen.
It's like,
that's
that's
what I thought
cool.
it was.
All right. Yeah, that was fast, dude. Quick and clean, man. No big deal. Apologies for
Send
the
my-
interruption. Our host.
Get my Prime
And
sub
thanks
right
as always for hosting and doing the heavy lifting there, Mr. Grizzly Tenfin and AKA Trevor. Appreciate the work, man.
My PC's done great for like the whole last week, and then today it's crashed twice now.
Have you turned it off daily?
Yes, yeah.
Good for you.
I
How many
think
browsers you got open?
Just one.
I'm
What?
surprised. Last time I
What
looked at
is
you,
that
like,
you?
it was all the way
Tell
across
me
the-
lies. Tell me sweet little
He
lies.
asked me how many browsers I had open. He didn't say how many tabs.
How many tabs?
Yeah, there we go.
Browser.
Therein lies the rub. I only use one browser. What are you talking
I
about?
have 10 tabs open currently.
Shit, dog.
That might be why.
Well, you got 2 OBS, you got 2 Twitch, you've got Discord. Well, no, those aren't browser
Your
tabs.
To be
applications.
fair, 2 of those
Yeah.
are literally just images. They're not anything else.
So close them.
Yeah, close them.
Stop looking at the prawn while we're playing, man.
Please.
They're actually the Berkmeyer maps. I was doing stuff with them.
Oh, okay. I'm with you. Are prepping in the background, crash course and prep surgery there? I won't feel
So,
bad playing EQ while you guys are goofing off. I'm kidding.
No, they just were up from when I was doing
Yeah, I'm with you. So you guys are following along now. As soon as you guys agree to join her, you gather up your gear, hands on. Despite the does anyone speak orc, goblin, or abyssal? As the
I speak abyssal.
high priest starts barking out orders and faces one group saying something in kind of a you guys obviously know, oh, that's orc, but I don't speak it type of a thing. You hear another one yelling up the parapets at a bunch of in goblinoid And then you hear in Abyssal a loud shout. Go forth and warn the and warn the mistress of our arrival and our guests. And from within the tower, you see the wings extend out as a large man. Oh, you guys have fought rocks. You see a pair of rocks take wing and fly up out of one of the towers and start heading north at a very high rate of speed.
Neat.
Oh, they're flying! They're flying on this thing. I want to fly on one.
No. The rocks are flying north in ahead of you. He yelled out in Abyssal, and then two rocks popped up out the tower and took off flying north.
Oh, I thought somebody was riding it.
No shit, no
Oh, I
rocks.
was about to get
And
really
rocks
excited.
and right on it, dude. It's gonna eat you as you try to. He's gonna be like, sure, and that big old nasty ass snaky vulture net gonna start pecking at you as he flies through the air. You don't want to mess with him.
Big flight snack.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can get off if you want.
Oops, I dropped you.
Translate the
Sorry.
Abyssal.
Yeah.
Notice what they said.
I'm sorry. So you repeat.
I'll translate the Abyssal just so everyone knows what's going on.
So the orcs kind of, "Arrs," and kind of run off and come back, and a large flatbed, heavy duty, big oversized wagon with a couple like 4 oxen at the front of it move up. It's not moving very quick. Big old sturdy thing. Trevor recognizes something that would, big enough to move a trebuchet or a large siege engine around, the hardware for a siege engine type wagon. The priest motions up. Feel free to walk, or my lady, if you would like to ride and rest in comfort, we'll see to it. Well, thank you. She just kind of plops on it. It looks kind of dumb. There's this big, flat, oversized fucking war cart and little Iliac just sitting in the middle of it.
Go boss.
Girl
Oh,
boss.
yeah.
Amazing.
Boss baby.
I mean, she
Iliac.
deserves this, to be honest.
She's the
Oh,
gaslighting, gatekeeping girl boss of our dreams.
Hell yeah.
I think this is right. She deserves this treatment after what she's gone through.
Honestly,
Kicked out of what she was dealing with.
whatever makes her happy, the truth be told. Makes everything
Yeah,
a
I
lot easier
mean-
for all of us.
It's like she's royalty out here. But if these people are as bad as they say they are, I don't know that that's a good thing. But I mean, maybe they're not. Maybe they're not.
I mean, they probably are.
I mean,
Their
They're-
floppy flaps are really cool.
they're very,
She's a good
So-
person. I'm sure that nothing bad's gonna happen.
they're very
Those
disingenuous to attack us
are-
with ghouls. I'm sure they're wonderful people.
Those flying things and stuff like that, terrorists are not friendly.
Question.
If it speaks Abyssal, it usually
yeah.
isn't friendly.
You
The
speak Abyssal.
orcs that were in the courtyard, I know that this is a little bit far north from where we were. They don't look like the militaristic ones we ran into back in the currency day.
Absolutely. Look exactly the same style of armor, insignia, organization, and everything.
Okay.
This is like, yes, instant. I should thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, you guys would have recognized that as you approached them. My apologies.
Okay.
But yeah, these guys, heavy, well-set armor, well-fed, organized, decent weapons, all of that kind of stuff. But by and large, for the most part, as matching as you could have an army of orcs look.
Interesting.
That makes sense that an empire like this would have small little militias out in Greyhawk somewhere.
We also did find the Iosian coins. Coins. On those orcs
Yes,
that we
did.
killed.
You're right.
So yeah. As
She's
long as that
looking-
bald guy isn't here. Right?
Oh, the dude that got away?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one survivor in the one squad that made his way back to the other one group in the whole world. I'm being a dick. No. He's busy with other things down there helping the Duergar finish the Doom Grinder project right now.
That's sweet. That's sweet then. Let's not worry about that.
But that's a different group's problem. You guys obviously have stepped into something a little bit bigger and nastier than
It's a big,
then-
big problem.
yeah,
Yeah,
stinky
that's a
little
problem.
Doom Grinder.
Um,
They'll take care of shit. But yes, that's where Bald Man went.
Oh, man.
I love it when all of a sudden the connections show up. Yay!
I
Anyway,
mean, I look for them every time. Don't worry.
so the Vrox have flown ahead, 2 mounted soldiers, 1 on either side. You notice they're hobgoblins. 2 orcs walking in front of the ox, kind of leading them, cracking them, moving them, and they're moving pretty quick, man. A little bit faster than your average cow-driven cart would move, but not like as fast as if you guys were just on horseback. Faster than would be foot travel. Likely take us. If you guys just want to get on the cart and relax, we'll travel through the night, and we'll arrive first probably midday tomorrow. If you guys feel you need to stop for rest, we can abide that and camp out. In which case, it'll take us about it's about a 20-hour trip.
Hey man, none of us have to drive the cart. We can all sleep here.
These animals will drive until they drop, and then we'll grab a couple more and put them on.
Wow.
I just look at Terrace in disbelief
Not what I
of
meant.
what I just heard.
Yeah, Terrace is looking at him like, the fuck you will. I didn't say that, but that's the look I had. Okay.
It's a little wild meme.
6 arc are just big old heavy ass oxes, just thump 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 thump, and it's rolling along, really good time. The road is, I mean, pretty decent. 2 big ass ruts where the wheels for this kind of the size of this cart have cut a little bit wider than the original road. But you can see the original road, some grass growing up here and there. It was actually a well paved brick road at one point in time, and other than these carts, it's still decently, like I said, a laid stone road as it goes north. The cart itself kind of straddles it, so in a roundabout way, it's keeping the road intact for foot traffic. But yeah, left and right, the as you look off to your left, which would be the west, can see the river kind of flowing a little bit. What's a little bit concerning, maybe, or any of you that are nature based or whatever would kind of note is as arid as the ground is around here. You'd expect to see a lot of shrubs and trees and other foliage growing up around the creek, but it's just a couple patches of sickly bushes here, maybe some yellowed out cattails there, but most of the water, it's a good sized flow of water, but it doesn't seem to have much plant life going on around it.
What color's the water?
Kind of a turbid color.
Okay.
Kind of tough to see from here. I mean, like I said, you're probably about a half a mile off from the river.
Okay.
You're up a little bit of a ways. Muddy-ish. It could easily pass for yellow or that nasty brownish yellow kind of a color to it. Flowing at a decent pace, but yeah, not a lot of foliage around, man. A few little scattered like brush oak type copses of trees here. A couple small gatherings of shrubs there. Even the grass, most of the grass is low, dead looking. The occasional patch that might be a foot or 2 foot here or there. Subsequently, you notice the visibility goes on for fucking ever.
Yeah, that's what I expect in a war-torn country. Well, so country, it's just a place.
What are you talking about? It's a whole ass empire.
I'm sorry.
So what you talking about? It's a whole ass empire.
It is a chunk of a map. I need to put a link into this that I can take without messing everything up to get the whole map up sometime. But we're not worried about the whole map right now. I pulled up the Aya's Empire regional for us, but we're not even really worried about that section. We're just right down here in Boopland. So a few hours pass, no one's saying anything, I assume. Yuliak's just kind of sitting there, just kind of taking things in. The cloud of steam and gas and the ever-present cloud kind of to the east of you starts drifting to the southeast as the gigantic volcano, White Plume Mountain, drifts off. Or not drifts off, but kind of disappears into the background as you leave it. They can't even say that, man. It's kind of like how Mount Fuji, even if you're 50 miles away, you can still see that bitch. 100 miles away, you can still see that shadow of it. That's kind of a White Plume Mountain type of a thing.
No matter how far away you get, it's either there or it's
your
not.
eyes shouldn't be able to see that far, but you still see that damn thing sitting there. It's kind of one of those weird, or Mount Kilimanjaro type of a thing.
Mm.
You know.
Does-
Yeah.
Does any of this look familiar to you, or is this
Yeah.
just?
It looks
Is it bringing
bad.
back? Is it bringing back memories?
Not.
Tell
I
us a
mean,
memory from when you were a kid.
well, I mean, there was like more people around the castle, fields and some smaller huts and stuff.
More.
I mean,
plant
there
life and
was
whatnot.
because the river. I guess Dad said that the sulfur and my old master, talked a lot about the chemicals and the minerals and the material in the river from the mountain, made it hard for plants to grow. So we did a lot of hunting, a lot of mining, and a lot of exploration for our family. But it looks the same, just more yellow, more brown than I remember. Less trees, a lot less animals.
What was your master's name?
Caraptivus.
Caraptivus?
Yeah.
How long has it been since you saw him?
Oh, probably 30 or 40 years.
Does he live out here, or
What are
was
you
he
laughing
more?
about, Josh?
The fact that Andrew, I just had the same reaction.
Like mentally, that name means something to me. I just don't
If you
remember
guys
what.
want to roll arcane checks or history checks, I will allow it.
Please.
It's a pretty high DC.
I felt the pin drop.
21.
You said arcane or what?
Arcane
Arcane
or
or
history.
Okay, I will roll.
Don't forget you can add 5.
That's a 21 in history. You know, here let's just say I'll
I'm
do
a
the.
17.
No, pick one and go. Otherwise, you're giving yourself advantage every time you guys do that shit.
No,
Pick
no,
one and
I got 17 of history.
I got a 21 in Arcana.
Okay.
I'm just gonna give myself the flash of Jesus just so I can take 26 in history, just to hopefully I can pass it.
The name, if you want to kick anything out that you know, and I will add to it. A moment for player knowledge, if you have any.
I
I know you've heard me mention the name a
Yes.
couple dozen times.
Yes, I'm fairly certain he's a lich right now, is he not?
Correct.
Which is why I'm worried about it.
Okay. Yes, from a RP gameplay standpoint, those of you that hit at least a 20 would recognize the name and be able to associate it with a long dead, long forgotten, maybe even whispers of legendary power, dark wizard, even did he become a lich or did he fade off? But he was even involved, but he shouldn't be around. If he's around, he's a lich because he was one of Igwil's generals back during her day on the war in the Perrin Lands.
She's not.
That I
And
did
he
not
was
know
around
about
even
him.
before that.
So she's not much older than me, so I would have probably been alive when she was getting trained by him.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the caveat is I don't want to say anything beyond that. That's up to you guys to ask the questions now that you make the association.
Yeah.
So who's Craptivus?
Oh,
He didn't share information.
You must
Yeah.
be you must be saying the wrong name, right? Something else, right? Claptopus
No.
or something?
Master.
Are you talking about
Sounds like
like
a venereal
a potential
disease.
No.
dark lich or
Okay,
something like
yes,
that?
fine.
Is that
I
there?
was trained by a lich. Gosh, leave me alone. I mean,
No, like we just listen.
That's
I don't know
impressive.
you very well. Questions are kind of important to get to know people. No, it's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool.
Are you uncomfortable talking about him? I'm sorry.
well, no, I don't care about this land because when I was a kid, when I was young, no one liked us. No one liked my family.
Why didn't he make you a new
Oh.
body?
I don't know. I mean, I guess he could have turned me into a mummy or a full blown white or a wraith, but he said this is as much as if there was any chance to keep me, this was it. He was a guy. He was a wise man. I say he's a man. People said that he was a monster, and that's why my family was hated because everyone said we were devil worshippers and associated with monsters and demon worshippers and blah blah blah. And even when we'd go to the country fairs and the festivals, everyone would like make fun of me and you know, devil's child, nanny, devil's child. So I'm glad the whole land is burned and rotten.
Yeah, fuckers.
Fuck this place.
Interesting.
Sorry you had to
So
grow up like
We're
that,
about to the
Ilya.
bathroom real quick. I'll be back in a sec.
maybe now, since you're back, maybe you can build it in your own way, the way that you see fit, rather than, it's basically a.
She kind of
Like-
smiles and she's like, "There's
I'm gonna
still
make
a
it a devil
couple
place."
ghouls kind of running behind the thing." Like,
Yeah,
Mistress.
I mean, you could have
She's
more
like,
of that.
Kind of that way, right?
You're off
Yeah,
to
you
a
could-
very good start. Very
It's a
good
blank
start.
slate. You've gotten rid of all the people you don't like. So, I mean,
Well, clearly, step one is to make a devil castle.
yeah, double down on that shit.
Yeah.
Own that shit. Yeah.
Fuck
Come
them.
on. Yeah.
I was about to say, but I mean, like, liches ain't
God, we're
devil.
such a kiss ass.
Witches aren't what?
Like,
I'm just trying
about to
to
say,
empower
lich ain't
her
a
and
devil.
encourage her.
No,
We're
you're right.
terrible,
Liches-
all of us are.
Liches actually believe in a roundabout sort of way. They're above and beyond the hierarchy of devils or angels or demons or anything. That's why they seek undeath, because the natural order, whatever they are, is going to put them in someone else's grasp once they move on. Becoming a lich prevents that, even if they end up as a demi-lich, sucking souls into gems for the rest of eternity while they explore the worlds beyond, man. Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Can't
No,
imagine
like,
the kind of technology
truth be
required for that.
told, teachers of lich is much better than devil worshippers as teachers. I will be truly honest with that.
God, I love liches.
Sounds like you have some experience with that, Morgan.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You had a devil worshiper for a teacher?
Parents.
Oh my gosh. What devil did they worship?
I do not want to talk about it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure if you say the real name, like, they go kaboom and like, haha, we're here. So.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You're
Let's
really
not do that.
Yeah.
Well,
Just in case you.
even the flip side of that is how many people truly know the true name of any
Right.
being, you know?
No, I ain't taking the risk.
Amen. You might what mean ass demon would you be to give out your true name? That way, whenever anyone said it, you're instantly summoned, ready to tear some shit up. You know?
Maybe you get bored one, like, for every couple
Ooh, I know what I'm gonna
centuries
do
and
with my next
decide you want to do that.
Balrog.
You should
Yeah.
be
I know
a
what I'm
really
doing, my
low
next-
demon that's just like, yeah, I'm getting my demon points by doing this, and then just go around and kill everybody that knows your name, and you're done.
Well, no, but that's like how they get food or souls and stuff like that. Is they get summoned and then they kill everyone.
Soul coins.
That's what I'm saying. Level yourself up,
And-
then kill everybody that knows your name.
But no, I'd rather not speak his name per se. You know.
And why
Haven't
was
spoken it
D&D
forever.
called a devil worshippers game in the 80s?
Yeah.
But no, that's in the past.
They're all
I'll
bad
mention
guys,
tidbits
though.
here and there and stuff like that. I don't want to talk deeply into it.
Okay.
To be fair,
Past is the
we've only
past.
just met you, so that's fair.
I was gonna
Sorry,
say,
your
been there, done
childhood
that.
sucked too, because Yuliak.
I
Hey.
mean, hey, not all of us can have good ones, right?
And look
I
at the bright
certainly
side.
didn't.
You
It
can
sucks that my
do better
castle's.
now.
I mean, I guess it's mine now. I was about to say
Yeah.
my family's castle's destroyed.
Well, hey,
You
But
can always
we
rebuild.
we can rebuild it and make it even better.
Damn straight.
I mean, we can help for a little while, but I mean, it's not our castle. And did you see the place? Like, that's like, she'd have to have
Trevor.
either a lot of undead that know how to do brickwork, or it's going to
Hey,
take us,
Trevor,
like, months to
you
do
made that
this.
dragon wagon, did you not?
I
I'm down.
amplified an existing wagon.
I'm
Well,
just
you're
saying.
going to amplify an existing castle next.
The infrastructure's there. You just gotta fix it up.
Think the application
Okay,
potentials.
where am I getting limestone from?
Lime.
Around an area.
Oh, do you know
There's
how
a
to cut
mountain right
limestone?
there. I mean,
Yes.
There's got to be some materials
You can
around
do it.
there. I believe
You guys
in you,
are having this
Pablo.
conversation as you're on the wagon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I assumed
Okay.
as much.
Yeah, just making sure. When the goblin kind of leans back and says, "We've actually got a pretty efficient, well-staffed quarry about 10, 12 miles northwest of Bolarn."
Yeah, Trevor, didn't you listen? Remember, like,
And I
their
looked at
family used to do
Trevor like,
mining.
Just be like,
there you go.
dude.
Bro.
Bros before evil lich women, man.
What kind of work?
Like,
is the
see, Trevor,
woman you're
there you
gonna
go.
give your-
There's a quarry nearby.
Well, not
Trevor,
near
you're
here.
giving, this is the woman you're going to give
Somewhat.
your body to when you're dead.
Gross.
Why wouldn't you help her? Why wouldn't you help her make her new house?
And she
I
kind of
that's
smiles at
fine.
you.
I
And goes,
just said not stay for until it's done.
"Don't worry, he'll be helping me rebuild walls forever after he's gone." And she kind of gives you a wink. He doesn't have to do it now.
Not if I disintegrate first.
Well, we would have break our. I thought we had a deal. She kind
do
of
it on
smiles a little
purpose.
bit wryly.
You
If he
promised.
dies by disintegration, I'll bring you his ashes. We'll do that.
Yeah, I'm so not gonna waste a wish on that. Nothing personal.
Oh, that's fine.
But
I mean, if you're gonna waste the wish, you might as well bring me back to life. I mean,
as if I actually could cast a wish, but you know.
Can you? I don't know. Wizard.
Oh, cat's already out of the bag. You said it. You can't unsay it.
I mean, while
Look,
you're
there's
at it,
always
Yeah,
room
that's
for
I would
right.
growth.
look like this if
Why-
I could cast a wish yet.
while you're at it, you might
There's
as well
room for growth.
wish for world peace.
I mean, you could keep his ashes, and then when you can cast it, after enough time, maybe.
You
There
know,
you
a few
go.
levels, I might have that spell.
I mean, what's a few more 100 years, right?
I'm gonna.
I can always start again. Make another one.
Put it in a bag, man. We'll level up next week. I'll do it.
Is there a limit to how many gentle reposes you can cast on a person?
Well, a pile of ashes ain't a person anymore.
I'm 100% gonna
Oh.
gonna set up a fucking dead man switch in my heart to like disintegrate me as soon as I die.
Yeah.
You're the one who agreed to it.
Oh yeah, no.
You straight up promised.
Yeah, you promised. How dare you go back on your promise?
So yeah, Yulak says, excuse me, guard guy. Yes, ma'am. Where is everybody? What do you mean? I mean, yeah, I know it's like war and all that, but I mean, there used to be a lot of like farms and you know, ranches and you know, people working, and even though there wasn't much around at my old home, there was stuff. What happened to everybody? Dead. Ran.
Dead.
Some
That's what I figured too.
joined our sides. Those that didn't ran for their lives. Many died. Some still work as laborers.
Then some more died.
Mostly they died though.
Well, the shield folk were proud. They
Hence
they put up a tough resistance, and you know the other guard laughs till we got here. Well, the orcs weren't as organized as we were.
So
But
I gotta ask, what weaponry are you guys moving?
well, this is just for whatever we need to move back and forth when we want to pack the ghouls up instead of trying to chase them all over the countryside. As you know, they're not the easiest to control. And he kind of points behind, and there's one is fucking wandered way the hell off, man. Just straight ass, just going east and just arms in the air, just fucking gone. And the other one's still just kind of trailing behind the wagon. Says normally the priest will put the ghouls on the wagon to get them from point A to point B. Herding ghouls, I guess they say like herding cats is what people say, or humans say, I should say.
I guess not everybody can be as good as the other here.
Every once in a while, if we need to pull some rubble, some of the finer, I mean, some salvage, as he kind of catches himself up from Muckos or bring down equipment, this is just the most efficient way. But yeah, if we need to move a catapult, if we need to move a trebuchet or a mangonel or some of the larger engines of war, this is what we use.
And say how many of each of those things would you say you have?
I think we have what, 4 trebs? Yeah, 4 trebs.
Oh, nice.
The ballistae, well, the ballistae are mounted. Yeah, that's right. Well, you know she'll make us take them down when it's time to fight. So yeah, 12 ballistae.
Oh,
Um,
let me check these things out. That sounds awesome. I've never had seen any of those things up close and personal before.
well, you'll see it soon enough.
Hmm. I've always been
What's your
interested
name?
in,
Guard guy.
mechanics.
Cool, Zan.
Cool, Zan.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to meet you.
What did you say at the end of that, Josh? I'm sorry.
I said I've always been interested in mechanics.
Everyone, meanwhile, they're silent. Yeah.
What's your name? To the other one.
My name's Belak.
Who's in charge? Cool Xander's Belak.
Cool, Zan. He says, I'm in charge. Shut up. You know I'm in charge. I should be. I'm older. Well, I'm better. No. And they kind of joke with each other, but
Are
at the
they
same time, as soon as the
twins?
other said, no. One of them is pretty big and stocky. Cool Zan is kind of heavier set. Belak is a little bit skinnier. Notice Belak's got a couple pole arms and a spear. Cool Zan's got two swords and a couple hand axes on his front harness.
It was just
Hobgoblins, man, armor's in really good condition. Weapons are in good condition.
I was gonna say, who's faster, the two of you?
He is because he runs from fights, says Cool Zan. Shut up, man. You tell me to flank and you tell me to hurry. What's that mean? You're right.
Any mainland predators we should worry about when traveling about?
Hungry demon once in a while, maybe. Yeah, no shit. Honestly, if it's traveling, it's looking for food, and odds are there's not much. This is a pretty bleak, desolate area. You get closer to the mountain, though, watch your ass. Yeah, you got crazy demon gnolls running around down there. Yeah, don't go in and be like, don't go near the swamp. Yeah, the lizard folks are.
No more.
Have you ever? He says, have you guys ever heard of lizards teaming up with Yuan-ti before?
What's a Yuan-ti?
Snake
Heard
dude
of-
thing.
Heard of Yuan-tis, haven't met one. Dealt with lizards. They can be fun and they can be really tedious.
Swamp full of
Actually,
pissed
really
off
friend-
lizards up to the north.
Well, we made friends with the other lizards. So
Oh
we
yeah,
can-
don't the river occasionally you get one of them catoblepis, monster, nasty sterichin, stinky to death monsters. They roam around in the river quite a bit. Goose, yeah. Yellow ooze, gray ooze, ochre jellies. Lots of oozy monsters run around, feeding off, swarming in and out that river too. But yeah, rocks once in a while, wyverns, cute few wyverns still once in a while. Of course, if shit gets steered up near Stalzer, you could have fucking the Baylor and his 20 flying Vrox and the Casmies running everywhere. Farther north you get, the worse it gets.
How do you guys get clean food and water here?
Clerics.
I'm hoping
Well,
that he has an answer.
Balarn, we do have some vegetable patches and some farms up around Balarn, and actually the swamp itself is pretty good. The problem is the volcano runs into the swamp, so the stuff that runs out of the swamp is polluted. Up north of the swamp, it's super duper fertile.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, we used to have a deal with the town up in Grozen, but that place went to shit. Yeah, no kidding, man.
What happened in Grozen? They get
Don't
raided
know,
or
man. One of our other sister battalions was stationed up there, and they got sent out on a mission. I guess one of the pissed off orc hordes, and he says it really loud, and the orcs that are up in front kind of says it in orc, even though I guess you guys don't understand that. Decided they were hungry and bored and burned the fucking town to shit and took off, and
That's one
the
does.
hobgoblin regiment that was there said screw that and headed home.
That's
So there went a lot of food. There went a lot. Yeah, we used to get a lot. They had good pigs, man. Yeah, they had good pigs. We still get some once in a while. They're boar now.
So, Yulia, did you want to rebuild the old one, the old home, or did you want to like make one from scratch? Like, just want to try and
I
like
mean,
feel out the process and what you're
I want to
thinking
know
and
what
feeling
I
about
want to
being
find.
home.
I want to find out what happened. And honestly, I don't care if the upstairs is done. There was a pretty extensive family crypt and supply place, and our library and laboratory were underground. If that's still there, I've been living underground long enough. I don't care if I have a castle upstairs. You guys can have upstairs.
Phew,
But
phew.
let's
Leaving
get
the upper rooms. Thank you. Leaving the
Bless you.
upper rooms. Thank you. Leaving those unfinished might actually be pretty good camouflage for anybody that might come bother you while you're trying to do your research.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go up here and meet Laramis and steal all of her fucking ghouls, and I'll let them all live upstairs, and then we can just stay downstairs.
Yes.
I'm kidding. She kind of says, a little bit louder to the hobgoblins.
It's not her fault if all the ghouls flock to her like the damn Pied Piper.
And it's saying that, it's that last ghoul isn't there. He wandered off somewhere in the chat, somewhere in the
Ghoul in the chat.
So now there's instead of a troll in the chat, we got a ghoul wandering in chat, man. But yeah, now there's two free-willed ghouls running amok. So you can see how this place sucks, man.
I mean, it could be a good trade. I mean, it sounds like some of the debris got taken away from your for Castle Makos. I mean, could see if you get a couple of ghouls out of that if they want more.
Yeah, make them pay for it, Iliac.
It could be like an exchange rate here, like you exchange some rubble, and they exchange some undead for you.
Just to
I'm
get
just
started.
spitballing ideas.
And the hobgoblins are, again, they're just talking about what they kind of know and kind of joking as they're riding along. Apparently this is like fucking, I don't want to say shit detail, but I mean, they're normally into fighting. No, this is like super chill for them. This is like day off type detail, man. Other than having to stay up for 20 hours plus, and as they're grumbling around, you better make sure you clean up before you salute. Yeah, fucking that chick's so uptight. You kind of hear him cutting about Ramos. So that's okay, man.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
we'll stop
What we could do? It'd be cool. Like we could, ask her maybe if she could just anybody that's hurt or sick or dying, they could just send them to you, and you could turn them into the zombies that you can use.
Wow. Okay.
Well, while they're dying, not after they're dead.
Give them,
Harris, I think that might be a little smidge too far.
No.
What the hell? It gets overcasted. Everybody just loses their fucking minds, apparently.
Trevor, I'm starting to think maybe, it might be you. I started feeling weird when I got here. It seems like Terrace has just unnoticeably gone through some weird little formality here. I mean, Goody is just chaos incarnate. We've seen it when he casts spells.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean, maybe it's you. Maybe you're not feeling right here. Maybe you just need to adjust to the setting.
I'm fairly certain that I'm not the person who's like, hey, want to take sick and infirm people that might get better and send them to the necromancer.
Beyond repair.
Yeah, they aren't going to get better.
I mean, what happens to the soul when you die anyways? I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure the soul's not in the zombie, right? I'm pretty sure the soul's
if people
gone.
around here are as bad as they say they are, they'll probably rather be a zombie anyway.
Dead people are dead people.
I mean, if they volunteer, that's up to them. But
Potato, tomato.
Okay, volunteer only.
Two things.
I don't even know.
Out of character, two things. One, this is also a horrifying place for Iliac to be because given enough time, she will rule this fucking place.
Yeah.
It'll snowball.
I'm making it on.
Thing number two, I really enjoy that explanation for their water gem because the volcano would purify their water once it passed through it. That's really cool. I like that because because
Yeah.
I was really like, where the fuck are these people getting water from?
Yeah.
It's really cool.
But yeah, no. So Paris, let's not do that. Morgan is just looking more and more and more uncomfortable as this conversation goes
If they
further.
volunteer,
I mean, yeah, they
I'm
volunteer
sorry.
to-
I was just.
Yoliak
I-
kind of looks at Terrace. I'm so glad I brought you guys.
if there was like a cash benefit for if they gave up,
Oh,
like if you come with us, your family will get 3 gold.
We were just trying to help the community.
What community?
if you're dying, come with us and
Iliac's
speed it
community.
along.
What was that Stephen King story where they would hunt?
Oh my
people?
God. She says we have to go back.
Why?
We can steal everyone from Diamond Lake and then bring them here, and then we'll have people around my place.
Okay.
How,
Let's
why-
go.
Whoa!
No.
All of a sudden, Goody finally catches up. Whoa!
Guys, I just left the whole entire civilization back at Diamond Lake. I need
The
to go
fact
pick it
that-
up.
The
Is it
fact
too
that
late to
Terrace
ask Goody
agreed
for one
without
more
a
thing?
second thought.
We just wanted to add one thing to the list.
need
of
the
things we
orange.
wanted to send. We need everybody to come with you.
Hey, Iliac, hun. I don't think that's a great idea, especially since Granny's
Yeah.
mama's over there, and she's gonna
It
be
is a
pretty
great
sad.
idea. It's just a bad thing.
Well, I don't think we could feed that many people up here, but
It's a
maybe I
bad
can talk
idea
to
and
Granny
a
and she
bad
can just
thing.
send me bodies because the graveyard gets full down there anyway. And ooh,
Listen, that is a good idea. Ethically sourced bodies and whatnot. If
Ethically sourced.
Free-range dead
Free
bodies
range.
coming to you.
cage-free zombies raised here in Balarn.
This fella has had 50 acres to himself his whole life.
Need an undead army? We got you. Organic. It's great.
RSPCA approved.
But listen.
Why do I feel like this just turned
Chaotic
into an evil campaign?
It's right on that line.
We are straddling that line.
Oh
Yep.
shit!
Crazy.
Straddling, I've crossed it.
But no,
We're teetering.
I'd prefer if we didn't, or at least if I wasn't involved or around to see it.
So when you die, we can do that?
Hey, Morgan.
When I die, you can do
Yeah.
that. Yes.
I know you don't know me very well, but I just want to reassure you that all kinds of things just come flying out of my mouth, and I wouldn't take any of them real seriously because
Sometimes it's
Uh-huh.
teeth. It's scary.
Sure. Definitely believe in that.
oh, guys,
Mhm.
back me up. I mean, seriously, everybody loves me.
Harris has only killed.
I don't
A
know
lot
what
of
you're talking
people.
about, Terrace.
Terrace has never said anything. She always thinks before she speaks. If I know anything about Terrace,
Yeah, absolutely. She's a lady of few words, honestly.
A lady of few
I
words.
still don't think I've ever heard her
and
speak.
Many, and the killing of many. I see.
I don't know what you just said, but I'm scared.
But no, yeah. Terrace says things.
She just talks. You kind of try to get in ahead of it. It doesn't work.
I mean, at least she's lovable.
The concern is
Yeah.
still there.
Yeah, so you guys have been going about 4 hours, 3 miles an hour, 4 miles an hour on a forced march. We're at about 16 miles, and we are at twilight. And we are the road is kind of coming off of, as you have been making the progress, as the sun's setting off to the left, you notice that, again, the volcano off where it is, kind of a plateau type of a thing. The road is approaching the edge of the plateau as it kind of begins to do a descent. Not like a cliff drop, but kind of a slight descent, as it were. And you see the road the road crosses a small bridge up ahead over the river itself, and the Kulzan turns. Do you guys want to ride through, or do you need to camp? I don't know your particular needs. Yoliak's, I don't need to sleep, eat, drink, whatever, man. So
I have my hand up too.
I have a mechanical question.
Sir,
Do zombies have dark vision?
no.
Okay, never mind then.
I believe zombies might have blind sight to like 10 feet.
Well, because I was curious about how the hell the animals are seen at night, and I was like, maybe Yiliat could reanimate these things after they drop dead, and we could just have zombie oxen.
Oh, they do. Dark vision to 60 feet. That's good.
She could reanimate the oxen, and we could have zombie oxen.
Zoxen.
Zoxen, yeah.
Zoxen.
Zoxons. Yeah, that's a potential too. So hey, we are at the halfway point-ish here. Do you guys mind if we take a break? I need to go pee, get some coffee,
Yeah,
move around a little bit, grab a
Yeah,
smoke,
absolutely.
and then we will get back for unless you guys want to camp, we'll just arrive at Bolarn when we come back from our break.
Yeah. We'll be right back, everybody.
Yep. We'll be right
See
back,
you in a
chums.
minute, chums.
See you momentarily, chums.
Yeah. We'll be right back, chumps.
All right, everybody, we're back. Chris is still a little bit AFK, but she'll jump back in when she gets back. Sorry, more my fault.
Gary, whatever that is.
Marge.
Oh
Or
god, we're
Sims.
gonna have to start naming all the girls that we get for our job.
Oh yeah. We have two
We need
so
to get
far.
like those really crappy office.
No,
name
they
tags for
wandered
them.
off. She wasn't actively trying to exert control over them. They were just following her, man. At no point did she say, "You're mine now." They just ran up to her
Oh.
like, "Oh, hey, mommy."
Oh, okay.
She's just that cool.
Mommy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, given enough time, she'd level up.
Given who her master is.
I am low key worried about Terrace in this situation.
I can't believe that fucking Trevor's gonna wind up having to be the voice of reason in this place. Like,
Are you surprised?
yes. That's okay. We get fucking Monty over here will help as well. I hope.
I mean, this is like survival of the fittest out here. Like, it's just know thy enemy.
Fortunately, we are the fittest.
To an extent, we can break rules, but we're not going full on fucking murder hobo. It's just because, like I said, just because it's fucking overcast doesn't mean we're evil all of a sudden.
The world is gloomy and we are evil. That's just how
Just
it
because
works.
we ain't seen the sun in a couple days don't mean we turn into bad guys, y'all.
God forbid we ever go to the underdog.
Days.
We're going to
Damn.
convert the shield lands into the first layer of hell. Let's get this going.
No.
We're going to lean into her being a devil. Let's do this.
We're gonna fucking make Neo Avernus. What do you mean the first level of hell?
Where the borders are, it goes completely nice to hellscape. we got Yuliak. We're gonna make her right at home.
It'd probably be more like Hades because it's like undead, not demons.
That can be
Well,
both.
hell is devils.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
gotta eat something.
Well, you know.
Now keep in mind, devils are not welcome in Aya's land.
Oh, that's right, because demon. Haha.
Yeah, devils are lawful.
Oh,
and
shit.
Aya's is chaotic.
Oh no, that's Rip Yuliak.
She's not a devil.
Isn't that 1/3 of her devil?
She's part shadow demon.
From
Shadow
Shadow
demon.
Okay. Oh, never mind then.
She's
I'll
copacetic.
take that back.
Don't worry.
Now she said her parents, the rumors, the whispers, everyone was always accusing her family of being, you're just rich and powerful because you're devil worshippers. Devil girl, nanny, nanny, devil girl. That's what she was saying. But again, that was
Oh, she's upset because they weren't calling her demon girl. Gotcha. Okay.
Wow.
Get it right. If you're
At
going
least
to
get it
insult me, do
right.
No, to be fair, north of here in the old school, pre-Ayas, it was called the Horned Lands. And that was where the lawful evil sect hung out. The lawful evil devil worshippers. Molag was one of the cities that the devil worshippers hung out at. So,
Fair.
Shield Lands was a bulwark against evil. Go ahead.
As you said, it was a Hornlands.
Mm-hmm.
Was there some Orcus stuff going up there by chance?
No.
Just no name connection there.
No.
Okay.
This was pre-Orcus. Orcus's connection is over there in Vasa Damara in the Forgotten Realms with the Bloodstone Pass.
Horns, not like horns. Like horns.
No, I know.
No, I'm talking about for Andrew.
Oh. But yeah, so it was devil worshippers here, or north of here, prior to. That was the first thing that Ayaz did, and he inducted all of the Hobgoblin troops into his army, and that's what really came down and whipped the shit out of. That was me making the comments about the orcs had a hard time till we showed up, huh? High fives.
That's really smart considering the advantage they get for having more than one of them. They gotta fuck an army of them. Bye. They're gonna kill everyone.
Welcome back.
And I hate that I have had a very good idea, the really cool gift idea Oh, and it's gonna be such a pain in my ass.
So
It's not a good idea.
just so you're
No,
aware,
it's
we are
wonderful.
live.
Oh, I mean, we curse and say
Oh.
dumb shit in here all the time.
Oh yeah, no.
I
Just
just
let you
didn't
know
want
that
you to
we're
dox
live, just
yourself.
in case. Yeah.
You're about to spoil your gift or some stuff like that.
Well, I mean, not even that. Just like,
Or
yeah, I don't
not.
want her to say any like personal, real life stuff like while we're live, just in case.
Listen, if I'm gonna dox myself, I'm gonna dox myself. That's how it's gonna go.
Me neither, Daily.
So, you guys have ridden through the night, sleeping? Yes, no, best you can,
Yeah,
maybe.
we will get the zombies or whatever. Were we going to try and get her to have zombies watching
You guys
over
were.
us?
I don't know.
Zombify the fucking oxen.
Oh,
If the oxen
there's
died on the
oxen.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morgan's gonna try to sleep the best he can.
Yeah, right about you guys come up to the bridge area right about sunset. You see a couple fires burning, big old freaking bonfire, a couple lanterns, herd of oxen, a couple horses, 10, 12 soldiers in the same armor, and they unhook the oxen. Couple comments here and there, quick salute, couple grumbles. New oxen are hooked to the front of it. About 15, 20 minutes. You're rolling right along the road. As you look back, one of the oxes falls over, and they stab it and drag it towards the fire.
Oh.
What?
Well, that's traumatizing.
I'll really go for a roast beef sandwich.
I'm just,
Wait, what happens?
I'm just trying to imagine all of us trying to sleep in the back of this thing as we just tumble over back and forth.
Yeah. It's this big ass flatbed, man. You know, Yuliak's got her shit, and she's just kind of sitting. She's kind of been looking around the whole time, you know. The hobgoblins, the chatty guys, have kind of quieted down a little bit. Actually, quite a bit from their chattiness when the ride started. Looking around as night has approached.
I guess probably bed's a good idea.
Sleeping good.
dark?
Well, like it or not, you probably even if you're trying to stay awake, you probably do the doze off kind of a thing because no conversation, the thing will go kind of smoothly and you're kind of rocking, and then boom, boom. So if you did sleep, you didn't sleep well. If you tried to stay awake, you probably still dozed off. But nonetheless, it gets you there 10 o'clock the next morning. You crossed over the river. You kind of winding down into the valley, and as you're coming, the sun rises to the east. You see the same rough scrublandy, not even any trees. Lots of scrubby, sagey, tumbleweed-looking brush everywhere, thorny patches, thistles, stuff like that. Patches of grass, bare kind of soil. Other than that, but see a large ridge kind of off behind that. In the distance to the north as you're continuing along. About another half hour, you see it just looks like 3 blocks, small block, medium block, big ass block, kind of sitting perched out on the edge of one of the cliffs as you guys get a little bit closer to the fortress city of Bolarn. Just kind of dull grayish, well, kind of a really light gray kind of a color to it, to the entire structure, almost a bone look to the color of the stone as you guys get a little bit closer to it. Some beasts circling above at about the 5-mile mark. They circle over you. You know, one of the hobgoblins, Belak, digs around and into his pack and kind of starts waving a towel up in the air, big, oversized, red, black, kind of almost a flag, and waves it around. And after a little bit, the bat-like creature kind of circles off and heads back towards the city. A patrol, you assume a patrol detachment, don't know. 8 guys on horses, heavily armed, all black. Can't even see their faces under the big, heavy masks, heavy-ass armor, lances. Just thunder right by you guys. Don't even slow down. Don't do anything. Just big, heavy warhorse steeds as they ride by.
Whoa.
A little bit farther, and as you get closer, the first small block is 200 yard by 200 yard, 40-foot stone. I'm sorry, 20-foot tall stone wall. You can see a little bit of a keep in it behind it, and it seems to connect at one point with another larger, big square thing. You can see some towers on the corners of it, but you can't see anything above the 30-foot wall. And this abuts to this giant. It just is like a fucking keep. I mean, just the inner keep seems to make up this entire large block of a building at the far side, easily easily 500 foot aside, 50 feet tall, 70 feet tall at the top of it. Just a series of these large, big block houses that go up, connected to each other. Well-worn roads. Unfortunately, at this point, the stone road that you've been on, you can tell is just regular everyday use is broken. The stone's up here and there. It's just hard-packed dirt, muddy puddles. Lots of troops now. You start noticing a lot of individuals run around, 10s and 15s here and there, groups of 4 or 5 guys on horses. Get a little bit closer to the structure. You see a lot of non-troops kind of wearing gray and tan and dirty, ragged-looking tunics and shirts and pants and kind of worn shoes, working on the wall or digging at the earth. And as you kind of come up towards the top of the ridge, a little bit of a valley dips below you, a bunch of fields of, just a bunch of just densely packed vegetable fields and gardens, stone walls splitting up each of them into distinct little plots. Seems to be an overseer or a guard of some sort riding slowly along, and several civilian commoner, peasant-looking people hustling, working on the gardens here and there. Come up to the far side, and the wagon stops. You see 5 or 6 other wagons sitting there. Large warehouse, kind of a structure tucked off to the side of the first block. You see lots of lumber, lots of hardware, lots of shit kind of piled up in there. Gate open in front of you. Immediately, your hobgoblin guards kind of, right this way. She should be expecting us. I'm sure the Vrox got here probably in the middle of the night.
Well,
Sir.
sorry, we're underdressed.
What kind of gate? Like
Speak for yourself.
Like
Portcullis, one of the quad style portcullises raised up, 2 large wooden doors that swing open inside and into this courtyard.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like giant metal gates or.
No, I mean just 10-foot by 15-foot double door, but a large cross iron, the flat iron type cross grate style portcullis.
Yeah, okay.
And it's up right now.
Okay.
No moat, nothing like that. But as you're walking through, you notice the wall's 20 foot tall, 10 foot thick. It's been plastered over. Looks remarkably in pretty good shape. As immediately as you get inside of this, there's a big stout building. Looks like a central type of a thing. Immediately an officer looking dude, kind of very shiny, fancy. He's got a little like silver trim on his pauldrons and a colored plume off of his helmet as he removes it. And well, what do we have here? And Belak and kind of salute very quickly. And visitors for Our Lady Laramis, they should be expected. Rocks were sent regarding the messages. This is Lady Mokos, and guy's like, right this way. And he kind of does a courteous bow, and you two get cleaned up before you approach. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And they both kind of peel off. I'd suggest as you guys enter the keep, we're just going to do a quick perfunctory check on you. We don't require the removal of enemy weapons, but we do need to catalog any usual or unusual or dangerous items that you're carrying on your persons.
Okay.
Goody's going to use prestidigitation to clean and shine up all his stuff.
Okay. Oh, look at him. Kind of getting keyed off, going all cleaned up.
I'm
Give
here
himself
for.
a spiff of lavender and
Goody. I kind of pull on his pant leg a little bit. Goody.
Please, my belt is loose.
He's
like,
sagging now. Goody be
I
sagging.
kind of try to push the pant back up. So I'm sorry.
That's
here
not,
you
how
go.
that's not how that works. Yes, sir.
Can you do your little woo woo thing on me, like, so I won't be all
Woo.
dirty and like the finger wiggle thing.
Me too,
like the
please.
head.
All right.
I don't want to be all yucky for. Yeah.
Or Trevor,
I'll
while
clean
we're here,
everyone
don't
but
forget to
Trevor
get
up.
I was about to
yourself
say
a
the
crowbar.
entire time that he's doing it, my bag is turned. I'm just picking my nose. The entire time he's
Wiping it on his shirt. He got armor plated boogies on his left heart.
Trevor, don't forget to look for a crowbar for yourself while we're here. Remember?
That's right,
Aren't you
yeah.
getting crowbars from everywhere?
That's a good point.
So do they just
See
need to
what
see
the best
magical
crowbar
items
is.
or like just anything that's weird?
Anything that's weird.
I'll pull out
Anything-
my eyeball.
I got a cursed short bow in here. if you
The
wanna
good one, not the
grab
bad
it.
one.
No,
And immediately, the steward he's just wearing a chainmail vest, tabard over it, black raven with a heart in its beak is her symbol, and he kind of motions and a skinny, withered, beat up looking old guy just kind of wanders up and casts detect magic. So is your eyeball magical?
It is because it glows, does it?
What's it glow as?
Trevor?
Be enchanted.
What got enchantment?
Some artificer thing. I have no idea.
Yeah, I didn't what a type of magic. No, just because I'm supposed to. I don't know what it is. I only get to know it's magical in the School of Magic. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, it is magical. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what school it is. That's what I was looking
Yeah.
quick.
It'd be okay. You just plopped out a magical eyeball in the lands of Ayaz immediately. Everyone was like, "Ooh, is that could that?"
I got this from some old lich guy.
Yeah, he's like, and he tosses it back to you.
I'm actually going to take off my
It's not
eye
bad.
patch.
Need
I
a-
want to look
Maybe.
fancy.
I hope they get excited when they see his tattooed hand, thinking it's something else. Then.
What?
If anyone has any magic armor, magic items, or anything, they are glowing right now. Even though you
Yeah.
don't know it, he's got a pretty moderate level detect magic. Unless you got some sort of protection to that.
My
No,
shroud, my ring, my scimitar, my sword.
And you so he's just taking note of any. Is there anything that we need to know? Anything you'd like to declare?
I have a cursed bow. It's in my bag of holding.
Just don't
I was
touch
about to
it,
say,
you're fine.
Morgan's
I don't-
got his,
I don't have
his
anything
amulet
exciting.
and his emblem and stuff like that on him that are probably glowing magic. Mithril
I don't really have
technically
anything
count.
special.
He's got this really.
I just have a few magic weapons and a bow and stuff.
That's okay.
that's
What I'm trying to get across more than I don't need your inventories. You guys are well aware that these guys are calling out every single one of the items that you're carrying that would be magical. He's
There's no mystery.
scimitar left side, yeah. Check cloak, check ring. Then all they're doing is just kind of looking at it, and as he looks at it, he's taking a note on each thing. Apologies. Any explosive or destructive non-magical things that might be of harm to the structures or Our Lady that you need to declare.
No.
Not that I'm aware of.
I really want to say goody.
I blew up one time.
I don't.
I mean, technically,
You're
I
not
am
once.
cleric, so
People are
like,
just-
do with that what you will.
I
I
cooked
don't want
one
to
meal. No
cause
one calls me a
any
chef.
problems, but you know.
Well, you're here as a guest. As long as you can respect our hospitality, we will respect your presence.
Sounds good
Fair.
to me.
That's better than we've gotten most places we've been. Just saying.
How is it the evil people are so easy to? Because you know what you got up front most of the time. And
Right?
chaotic evil people are so obvious about being evil that you usually see through their bullshit. You know? Lawful evil, it may suck, but at least you know the suck you got.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to betray you with evil people when I have to start at evil. That's the other thing. It's so much easier when you think they're good guys and I get to twist the
I
knife in your
fully
back.
expect that when we're heading back, they're gonna fucking ambush us, knowing everything. If they see something of interest, that we should get that.
What I think it is, and this
Your rogue
like,
is like, this is fucked up.
Luckily, we have nothing interesting.
Adam's territory. What I think this is that to make sure that we don't leave with anything we didn't come in with. Is what I
That's
assume
a good
is.
point.
Oh yeah, we're low on ring of protections, and I count about 4 of them. So, I can't wait to get these guys on the road.
I mean, really, I think we're walking into their place. I think if they're gonna steal from us, they'll just do it inside.
Yeah.
Like
Or
this.
kill us, they can do
Let's say
that
they're,
too.
Yeah.
they way outnumber us.
fair to be, concerned and thinking things through. On all fronts, there's nothing wrong with self-preservation as you're walking into the outer foyer, the barracks and the guardhouse of the fortress town of Bolarn. And Lady Laramus, one of Aya's generals. Yes, this is a time for caution and a time for probably manners and all of the good shit.
But we
Or
also
this could be a
have some-
hell of a fight if all of that goes sideways.
But I mean, we have decent plot armor if we
Punch her in the
can.
knee.
We
Plot
can-
armor.
If we
Plot
can-
armor.
if we can. Well, yeah, if we can.
Hold up your Yuliak shield. Shut
if
up,
we can
DM.
manage not to piss anybody off,
Let's just hold her in
Then
front of us as we walk out.
we are just one giant opportunity for these people. So they're not gonna kill us. They're gonna roll the red carpet out for us.
Has anyone seen The Boys? Because I feel like we're Billy Butcher holding the baby with the laser eyes, and we're just like hoping things are gonna go our way, but you never know.
I'm so glad you went that way because my brain went to Blazing Saddles. Somebody help me!
Hey, someone gonna help that poor man?
Hey.
Riding into town, wumping and wumping.
So yours was way more appropriate than mine.
Hey, goodness.
Yeah.
Could you
Oh, God.
could you also prestidigitation me as well? I'm a little I'm quite a bit dusty.
I'll clean you up.
Hell yeah.
I'm like standing there adjusting my hat, like poofing the feather over.
Yeah, so at a few minutes, it's just maybe 5 minutes have passed. You guys go through that whole process, and they say, come around the corner over here and give each of you a bracer. Bracelet. If you don't mind, put this on. This will allow you. This marks you as a registered visitor while you're in Bolarn. Apologies, we have a little bit of a overzealous patrol. So if you're not wearing one of these or accompanied by an officer or a member of our military, you're likely to be pressed into service or into labor, and there's a lot of extra work to get you out from being done that. So let's just make sure it's not done by accident.
I take off my lizard folk one that I had on and put this one on.
Can,
I mean,
can Morgan make a perception check on this? Because granted, like Morgan believes that this is true, but he's like wanting to see if there's any like underlying like this is also.
You could give me more of an what's your passive insight?
Oh, insight would be better.
Or
yeah.
not insight. Yeah. See if he's talking shit or not.
Passive insight's 14.
That's good enough to. Yeah.
Mine's
I mean,
18.
yeah. There's nothing untoward.
Cool.
Yeah. And I remember you guys are pretty perceptive, so there's been a lot of times like you notice they're a little this or that as I've been doing something, trying to keep that in mind with your passives. But yeah, always
right,
never hesitate. No, please never hesitate to call that shit out. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I might say use investigation instead. Yeah. But the guy just seems to be, kind of repeating a script, as it were, that, welcome to Bolarn. This ensures your safe passage throughout the city. Always make sure to mind the watch officers or any of the guards, follow their instructions. However, as long as you bring no trouble should find you here. Avail yourself to the services of the town. Unfortunately, trading opportunities are a little bit scarce as we're mainly a military outpost, but there might be something to be found. Any questions? We would kindly ask that you not interact with or talk to any of the laborers or any of the sheltered refugees that are currently helping with projects within the city.
Okay.
Rise up.
Mm.
Rise up.
Did you know that you have rights? Workers' rights.
Dude, I was
Well,
trying
they
really
don't
hard.
anymore.
I was trying. Yeah, exactly. I was trying really hard not to use the S word.
Since the refugees here.
Mainframe? No, why would I not like mainframe?
We're going to
You see
unionize
if they
here
wanna
too.
be here, or
So at that, he kind of takes a short bow and motions to the door that you guys came in and says, "Follow the building around to the right. Your bracelet should get you through the next guard. Hopefully, your hobgoblin companions will be, should be. If I know them well enough, they should be awaiting you on the other side to finish escorting you deeper into the keep."
Okay,
Would
thank
suggest
you.
that if you have an appointment with Our Lady, that you see to that before you go to wandering around. Good luck.
Does Yuliak put her bracelet on willingly?
Yeah, she's kind of like doing the like kind of holding it, struggles a little bit, but ends up putting it on her right arm. She's like, yeah. She doesn't seem to be really worried about it. She's like, this is okay, right?
sure.
I mean, if you like jewelry.
You notice that she's. Oh, you okay? Okay, we're gonna be done in about 20 minutes. You notice she's a little bit less her smug, a little bit less her kind of wry kind of self. She seems a little bit more nervous, a little bit more at unease now that you're in this large, inside of Bolarn.
We need to get this lady a fucking umbrella.
Why?
So she can always have shadow.
She married Poppins'
She's
wife.
Dude,
anxious. She's not
it's-
in the sun.
Yeah, it's
Which
there.
might
It's
be-
not well lit in here. We're in shadowy area. I mean, even inside, there's a couple torches giving off some smoky, oily light. Half the people in this complex are orcish or hobgoblin or goblin or bugbear, non-human. The humans are actually a minority in the troops here. So there's enough light for them to not trip over shit, but no one else really needs it.
I lean over to Yeliak and I whisper in her ear, "We're not hiding anymore. You have just as much right to be here as anybody else.
It's
You don't
just
have to."
okay.
You got this, all right?
This is scary.
We're here for you. Well, I don't know how much confidence
I'm
that
here
actually
for ya.
builds coming from me. They're here for you. I'm also here for you, but I know, like, I don't necessarily mean as much.
I'll kill anyone.
You are a
Please,
brilliant,
goody.
you are
I
a
respect
brilliant,
that.
powerful woman, and you don't have anything to be afraid of. And
I've just been hiding in caves and hiding in towers and hiding in it feels like closets and wandering and hiding in woods for so long. It's just this is the longest I've been outside in a long time.
Oh, well, no more. You get to
And
do
now
what
there's
you want.
people and they act like they like me.
just maybe
Man,
just go with it. You know, we're going to be here for a while, and then
And
we'll
she's
be
gonna
back at your house, and it'll be
they talk
okay.
like they know. That priest was saying like this lady knew something about my family. I mean, it sounds like she knows more about my family than I do.
I mean, hey, maybe your family was a part of what had happened here, and the rest of them look up to him.
We'll find
Whether
out.
that's a good or a bad thing, I don't know, but
Your family could be cool as hell.
It sounds like that's the potential for answers that you are looking for might be here, or that might be able to point you in the
I
direction.
didn't think I cared about him until I got here and I saw my old home, and I have to know what happened.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting closure. Yeah.
Well,
Do you
we'll do
think
it all
we can
together.
trust this
Forever.
person?
Well,
I wouldn't trust them as far as you could
Never-
throw them per se. However, information is information, and what you can
Yeah.
glean from any and all of this is better than just stumbling about, trying to piecemeal things together by just looking around the ruins of your home.
Yeah, what Morgan said.
I say
So yeah,
trust you guys.
you guys kind of notice that the Belak and the other hobgoblin Kulzan are standing there, cleaned up a little bit. I mean, they're wearing the same armor. You can tell they just kind of did the best they could to kind of clean up. More than anything, they're wearing each of them are carrying an extra set of boots over their on their shoulder in addition to everything else with their weapons and. Let's go and kind of marching on. Their boots are still a bit. Good evening, Manzai. Thanks for joining us. Boots are a little bit dirty, but you guys make your way through the second gate into the larger section, the larger inside yard. Immediately notice on the perimeters kind of some small gardens. On the far side is a little bit of orchards on the along the either wall. This is a collection of 20 foot by 30 foot, almost a perfect grid. Four buildings per block. 4 blocks on each side of it down, and then there's a larger building at the far side of it that takes up the entire range of that. Seems to be a little bit more of a dormitory type of a thing. You notice a lot of people, kind of smoke rising out of each of the small things. It looks like there's fences. As you get a little bit closer, those are definitely fences, but they're really tall bar type fences. That fully surround each of the 4 square blocks with a couple of heavily armed guards at each corner of these things. You see a lot of a lot of different people, humans and goblins, orcs, a couple small folk, whether it's a gnome, a dwarf, or a halfling, or what. A lot of destitute folk, kind of. Either sitting back against the large block houses or leaning up against the fences, kind of looking at you as you walk by.
Yeah. Jim, while
Don't interact with one goody.
we're doing
Howdy.
the whole travel thing, can I cast Identify on the bracelet that they give us?
Sure.
So it says I have to touch it throughout the casting. It's 1 minute. If it's a magical item or some other magical imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created
Okay.
Can't wait for him to say it's normal.
Yeah, I was about to say, I want to save you a little bit of time. It is normal,
Okay.
but as an artificer, you, in the process of doing that, you immediately notice that it is locking. And there's a unique kind of a pin key system required to get it off of you.
Oh shit!
It's half a set of handcuffs.
I can't
So
wait
on
to get
your
paid for a very
identify
metallic
spell did
wall.
not identify it as magical, but yeah, quick inspection and looking at it, and you're like, son of a bitch, this isn't going to come off unless either I break it off, pick the lock off, or they unlock it.
Shit.
Little T will break it. It's fine.
I'm just waving at all the people watching us.
You know, most of them kind of look. As soon as your eyes meet, they kind of look down, and yeah.
Real question: does he see any dwarves as he's walking around?
I mentioned, yeah, that there were dwarves, halflings, gnomes, humans, orcs, half elves, goblins. Notice a minotaur in one of the fences. Couple of ogres. A large, wide variety of people. All
I don't
different
acknowledge
races.
the dwarves, but I acknowledge everyone else.
Fuck you. You're cool.
Pretty much.
It's kind of the opposite. You're cool. Fuck that guy.
Sure.
You're cool. I'm out.
Oh no, I'm just scratching my head.
Okay.
Are any other people wearing these bracelets, or is it just us?
All the refugees.
That's what
Huh?
I'm wondering. Yeah.
Is anyone else wearing the bracelet?
Yeah. Is anyone
As
wearing
you
bracelets?
make
Yeah.
your way through the yard, if you're distinctly looking for that, you notice as you get to the far side of this large 120 footish. Did I say that was 300 yard? No, 100 yards, 300 feet. 300 foot, 200 foot of the far side of this compound is taken up by one large blockhouse. Sticks out about 30 feet up, rises about 3 stories up. You can see a lot of tiny little slit windows, whether they would act perfectly as arrow slits or perfectly as, dungeon windows, whatever you want to call them, lining up and down. But there's a balcony above the archway that you're going through, and you see a few people kind of leaning over that, well-dressed, one wearing kind of fancy schmancy noble looking clothes, if you will, purples and blues, poofy shoulder, the poofy arm stupid ass shirt, wearing that poofy ass stupid arm shirt, well-tailored look, lady standing next to him, equally well-dressed, a large height, and all 3 of them have the bracelet on as they're looking down, and you notice a couple other guys that look like the officer dress of Laramus's forces kind of chatting with them, and you can't necessarily hear them, but they kind of take notice of you as you're passing under that arch into the next layer and the actual keep proper.
Are any of them wearing like one of the hats with a feather in it?
Yeah? You mean the people up on the balcony?
Just anybody in general.
Every one of the officers that you've seen 5 or 6 of the dudes that had the fancy plate helm with the red plume coming off of it. So you've seen a bunch of the plume feathers. Yes.
Damien.
Oh shit.
Damien.
Mm.
I want one of those feathers.
You got it.
Okay. Hey, they're so cool.
I've had one of those feathers this entire time. They've never stolen mine.
Over to our girls, we're walking up. If you want to leave at any point for any reason, we can go.
Okay. I mean, I hope we can go whether we want to or not at any point, because this is, as you guys get to the next, finally through that archway that ended the second section of the fortress, you get to the final section. I mean, you really don't realize that you're at the final section. There's just a wide open, 30-foot wide, about 20-foot wide, 35-foot tall archway. Arrow slits lining it. This hallway goes 40 feet into this structure. There's no more daylight, no more anything. Just a couple well-placed continual light spells for the human inhabitants, and immediately notice they're really fucking clean. Tile floor, black-white marble pattern, kind of the alternating checkerboard style pattern. Your hobgoblin dudes immediately stop, drop their old boots off, put their new boots on as they step onto the new tile. Kind of, guests are here, and immediately two raggedy, kind of haggardly looking, but clean and well dressed civilians come up and throw a couple rags out on the floor. Not rags, but a couple rugs on the floor. Please, if you don't mind, clean your feet as you enter.
I'll just clean everyone.
Thank you.
Clean everyone's boots. Oh, look at that shit. Oh, they're like, thank you so much. And they fold up the. Yeah, give me a inspection check. I'm kidding. That would be shitty as hell. You miss one person's heel, and there's one little muddy clop. Just one little muddy clop. That would
See
be
the bottoms.
Yeah. But so yeah, immediately as you enter this hallway, 20 feet wide, 35 feet tall, about the 15-foot point in the sides of it, you see arrow slits that kind of go up and in, and as you're passing through, you see torchlight here and there through there. You can see some movement. You can hear some voices. So this is a well protected, manned area. Right above you, you just can't help to look up because some of you guys got high ass passive perceptions. You see grates, couple slits above you for the entire duration of it. Again, as you look up through the grates, you're certain every once in a while you see a little bit of light filtering down into it.
Definitely not ominous.
I'm sure we're fine.
I'm going into a lot of detail because I remember that our boy Traver wanted
Yeah, I'm looking at their defenses and stuff while we're
Defense.
going through.
the defenses and stuff. So
He's like, he asked me
Well, no,
about the
it's
gate. I might as well
really
tell him about
cool.
everything else, so he's gonna ask me.
Nah, listen. I love the fucking detail. I enjoy it very much.
Yeah, you're doing a great job of describing
I
everything.
really enjoy it.
I get a very good mental picture, and I very much enjoy having a good mental picture.
good deal.
Yeah.
But the one thing I definitely want to stress is it's gotten cleaner and neater and more precise as you've gotten further in. I mean, the floor is immaculate. You notice even your goblins, the hobgoblins, excuse me, that have been escorting you, went from doing their clomp clomp stomp stomp march to like heel toe click clack click clack click clack. Taking care not to scuff the floor, not to scratch the floor. Even then, you see another one of the peasants, another one of the commoners, just wiping away at the floor, moving a bucket along, just clean up. Get to the other side of the hallway, and it opens up into a large indoor plaza. I guess, like if you've been in those fancy ass embassy suite type hotels, you know, you got the 4 stories that go up on the inside of it. Wide open type of an area.
Like that
Ceiling
really
above
nice, pretty foyer.
Yeah, exactly. So the actual fortress,
Becky
the
Plaza.
courtyard is on the inside of the other part of the walls. Balconies and a couple stairways that work their way up through there. But more importantly, there's as you look in, you can kind of look up and you go, ooh, wow. Couple.
I start pulling on Colzan's leg. Colzan.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey.
And he kind of leans
hey,
down. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah,
I have a question.
Yeah.
What happens if somebody gets floor dirty?
As long as the last time it happened, there was a bigger mess to get cleaned up, including the blood. When Our Lady found a scuff on her imported floor, so we just try to make sure extra efforts to not leave any extra work for the laborers.
Oh, goody! It sounds like you're going to get along swimmingly here.
Well, am I the only one
Right?
that,
Like a lady that's on your level of cleanliness.
as soon as you start talking about them heel toeing, the only thing that I could imagine is that we walk in here and immediately it's like a basketball game. It's just the whole fucking time as we walk
And we
through.
can all instantly hear that in our heads, right? All you have to do is say basketball game, and it's like everybody gets a look on their face like, oh, God.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I did basketball and volleyball. I know those sounds way too well.
Like freshly waxed floor.
Well cleaned, well polished. Big, nice, But yeah, so you get into this central foyer, as it were, extends out 30 feet to either side, plus a 20, 30, 60, 80 feet across, big open inside area. A few trees that are in potted plants in it. Inside goes up 3 stories. Most of the area is kind of sealed walls, kind of here and there. There's an overhanging balcony, some open windows. Stairway that goes up and then into one area, and then you can see a stairway coming off the 2nd floor leading to the 3rd floor. You don't see a single connection that goes from where you are to the upper levels. It's got kind of a unique look to it. Not quite orderly, a little bit asymmetrical where the balconies and the windows are placed, but you can definitely tell there's 3 different stories and kind of pretty well lit in contrast to the outer areas. You could tell there's been lots of effort to put into continual light spells placed to keep a nice soft ambiance going on. Not a whole, a little bit of shadow here and there, but it's not like glaring bright light, but it's enough for a human to see well. But yeah, through that description, we get to back down to ground level and 8 dudes standing 4 abreast, and on either side of them you see a heavily armored guy wearing a big old oversized, like down to the point we're talking like freaking Flava Flav style eyes, unholy symbol of Ayos against his immaculately cleaned, almost enameled fucking plate mail, and standing to his left, it's pretty tall woman, 5'8", 5'10" maybe. Very well built, dark skin, kind of brown hair pulled really tight. You can see a couple streaks of gray in it a little bit. decently attractive woman. But as you see her, she's well built, standing there confidently. You can tell that she's seen some time in the battlefield. Skin's seen lots of sun, but she's still got kind of a the high cheekbone, tight clench look to her.
Just a question: does she have
Sure.
a wedding ring on by any chance?
No, she doesn't.
Any tan there?
Give me a perception check. No, she ain't never been married, dude. I'm just kidding with you.
Yes.
But yeah, as you look, yeah. Well, no, actually, I belay
I
that.
don't know.
She's wearing gauntlets. My
The
bad.
big wedding band around the
It's a big wedding band around the gauntlet.
Yeah, she got the one. She got the one ring on her gauntlet, right?
There's actually a tan line on the gauntlet, surprisingly enough.
What kind of dumbass puts his ring on a gauntlet? I'm kidding, but no, I apologize. I had to belay that. She's wearing gauntlets, full plate mail as well. They're all standing there, and as soon as you guys approach, the guy announcing Lady Makos, and all 8 of the soldiers just immediately slam down, salute. Clack. Halberds slam their halberds. You notice they hit their boot. Drop the halberd on the top of their boot, not the floor. And she does. The lady in front of you in the armor does a big, long, deep bow, and immediately the cleric to her right and the big, heavy ass guy to her left do this big ass deep bow, and all 4 of the knights just bow, and there's just silence.
As I follow suit.
Is that a turn?
I do a deep
Oh,
bow.
I'm totally gonna bow. I'm bowing to her.
So yeah, everyone's kind of bowing. No one's really sure who's bowing to who, but we're all bowing, right?
More like a curtsy, just kind of like a.
Okay, what's up? What the
This
hell's
is
up?
kind of like that scene at the end of the Lord of the Rings where the hobbits are standing and everybody in the whole damn
Right.
world's bound down to
So
them.
yeah, so
Yeah.
and Yuliak's kind of like not sure, and as soon as Yuliak kind of starts bowing, or immediately the lady in the middle rises up. No, please, lady, you need not bow for me. The honorary, hereditary, and returning daughter of the Makos family. I'm honored. If this is truly this is an honor, and thank you for gracing my court with your presence. As she kind of does this over gracious bow again, and please, you look tired from your travels. Would you like to retire to some privacy for a bit, or would you care to join us? We have a gorgeous meal prepared for your arrival, a banquet in your honor for you and your guests as well. It's an honor to meet you. I've read so much about your family, and to actually truly see that my agents were correct, as she kind of says that with a little bit of a bite, and you can see a couple people stiffen around her, that you were indeed alive. This is amazing. And she says, my house is yours. My servants serve at your call. My soldiers bleed and die for you as long as you're under my roof. Consider yourself safe, and please make yourselves at home.
I have a question out of character.
Yeah.
So when you say she said that with a certain bite, was it kind of like the Scar bite? Simba, it's great to see you live.
Yeah, exactly. It was kind of that shit. You saw, like I said, you saw the guy to her left kind of flinch a little bit, and a couple other heads around the room are kind of like, "Yeah, fuck you, bitch,"
Okay.
So, but immediately, the lady standing in front of you, just there's not like a magical presence, but she just exudes so much confidence. It's just like, man, just, and she's not even like she's barking orders. She's just talking in a nice, clear, calm voice, and prepare the rooms for our guests. Anything that they need, immediately see to it. If I hear of anything other than the honors that you bestow on me not being bestowed upon them, you'll answer immediately, madam. Yes, our lady. Yes, our lady. And right away, 4 little one steward, one little commoner, one little peasant, well dressed little laborer runs up along each side of you to each of you. Each of you's got a housemaid or a servant at her beck and call.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you'll excuse me, would you care to, if you guys would prefer dinner? I need to go make sure that everything's in order. If you need to retire for your rooms, I need to make sure that we're ready for when you choose to awaken. And Yuliak's kind of looking at you guys, going, "Y'all remember, I don't eat, right?" Is she
Can
gonna
you
get
have
mad?
some? We're really tired from the trip. Could we have some food maybe sent to our rooms just
Of
tonight?
course, of course.
That way we can, I would hate to like sit down to dinner with you and your as your guest and, not be rested and good company.
But my home is yours, my staff is yours, and of course we will see to every one of your needs. So she kind of does a little bit of a bow with a little bit of flourish. I am Lady Laramis, and you are my guests, and you are welcome in my home.
Well, thank you
And
very much.
with that, it is 11:03. Unless you guys want to go into overtime, this is probably the best place to pause.
Just my handmaiden isn't my little servant isn't a dwarf, is it?
No, these are all human.
Good.
Every
Oh,
single one of them is a
Main-
human.
main lady's
They
human?
seem. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The main lady, she's human as well.
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Yep.
I missed that.
Yeah, I do. I went through the physical
They
description,
look
but I
human,
didn't.
but the actual drow.
You got to be fair. I have a habit of not mentioning race unless you guys ask most of the time, because it's either we got to be real specific. No, it's okay. Yeah, I forgot. She is a human.
Well, yeah, it's just like because everybody else has been like orc, hobgoblin, stuff like that. So I was just making sure of what she was.
Yeah, the
I wasn't sure
humans.
if she was
Yeah,
an
I described
elf
it very
or-
well. Absolutely, humans have been the minority, except for in the sheltered
Servitude.
refugee and labor pool. The humans were a little bit more the majority in that group.
Yeah, that was really the only reason I was asking, just because like, oh, okay, so she's human. Okay. Second question. The guard that's with her, is that the same kind of armor as the riders that we saw leaving?
Yes.
Okay.
No, a little same style, full face mask, everything, a little bit heavier. This looks like more like, I guess you would say, field plate siege style armor versus the stuff that you were on a riding. It's still badass plate armor. I mean, you can bet it's probably going to be armor class 18 plus whatever I add to him for his feats type thing.
Trevor looks at it and seems to like it, doesn't he?
But honestly, by and large, we're so close to being done. I'm so sorry, dude. I'm getting the stink eye from my son, so that's fair. He's got school tomorrow. We don't, so we should. Well, it's a couple of y'all got work.
Yeah, we can go ahead and
But
end
hey,
it, guys. Anybody want to?
Thank you guys so much for joining up tonight. I was glad to see everyone.
It was a good
Cheese,
time.
purple, 10, vigilant. As always, I appreciate you guys showing up and playing. Anyone that's still hanging out, Mind's Eye, thank you so much for the lurk. Appreciate you guys seeing, you guys hanging out there. We do keep the stream up and running, at least one or two of us. So if you want to drop in comments, questions, never hesitate to do that. But yeah, this is a weekly thing, man. Every week, every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., we're running World of Greyhawk. Our team is treading down the path of evil as they are finding the temptations of the fallen shield lands to their liking. Find out what happens next week as they sit down for a little chat with themselves and Lady Laramis to figure out their place in this slice of the world, or if they're going to run home back to the city of Greyhawk and go, fuck that place. We'll find out soon.
Find out next time on The Rising Finger.
Dun, 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 dun.
By the episode's
time's
later,
the charm.
we
I'm
have
sure
to
we'll
do
find
that.
something.
What was that, Bailey?
Fourth time's the charm. I'm sure our fourth mission will work if we have to run.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll work out great.
Yep.
But yeah,
You're gonna kill it. Crushing it. Yep.
thanks for watching, guys. Come back again for some more of this stuff someday.
Someday.
Yeah,
Tuesday, Thursday,
every Tuesday,
Friday.
A lot of days.
Yeah, the more I look at the DM thing, the more I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to do every other Thursday because I'm pretty positive I can't stream and run it. Like, I'm pretty positive I would need another screen, probably 2, to do it. Like 100%.
It's hard. It's hard, man.
That's fair. That's 100% fair.
Yeah.
But just relax and enjoy it. Have a good time. Don't worry about streaming this week.
Yeah. So yeah, Tuesdays every other Thursday, Friday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. We got to hit the plateau Friday.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming that next week's gonna probably be different, given the holidays.
Why?
I know
but
Christmas
that's
Tuesday
off.
is the day after Christmas. It's 2 days
Boxing
after
Day.
Christmas.
It's
Well, I
for
mean,
2
them.
days after Christmas for us.
Oh wait, sorry. What was it?
Yeah, the day after Christmas. I don't know.
That's
I'm
Boxing
good to
Day for
play.
you. It's the
Yeah, I mean, we
27th
are.
for us.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
good too. I just wasn't sure about everybody else.
We'll be here.
I'm chill.
I mean,
It's
I'm
no,
good. I don't work that day.
We got to find out about Sigil though if people are doing long weekend travels. So
That's true.
check back in on that one. But yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Anyway,
Post game
That's why I
maintenance,
said
man.
someday we'll be streaming more D&D. Every
Right.
time you see us go live, just
Eventually,
check
for
back.
sure.
We're probably doing D&D. Maybe.
the next 2 weeks are going to be sketchy, but then after that, we'll be good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
All right.
thank you guys. Hopefully everyone had a good time.
Oh yeah.
And we will be
dark.
back.
I'm
Darkness.
I'm starting
No
to worry about our
parents.
companions.
All right. We'll see you guys later. All right.
Bye, chums.
Bye, chums.
Bye, chums.
See you later.